Let's start from the beginning.
No, this is a long story. I grew up in a musical family. My father, he was born in south of Slovakia, and he was half Slovakian, half Hungarian, and he was a really great musician. He plays double bass and cymbalom and piano and cello, and he was really main music person in our family. And my mother, she was singing. I have two sisters, and they are also singing. And my older sister Ida, she's her whole life she's making workshops and performing with gypsy music. And so my mother, she told me that before I start to talk as a child, I start to sing already. So this my singing is completely free without any really academic lessons. And my father, he got like dream that I will be he planned that I will be as a boy a violinist, but I was born as a girl. But he tried to bring me to music, art, and I started to play when I was really like young, 7 years old. And it was very hard for me because the practicing violin is very disciplined things, and it's very difficult. And when I was 14 years old, I just told them that I have to stop to play violin because it's too much and I don't want to play anymore. And because I was not really happy to be as an actor, because this was something what I never felt that this is what I want to do in future. But it was a really good experience for my next career, because I got very early, like known, not famous, but quite big name in my country. It was during communism.
Yeah.
So that means when I started to play again, I was 22 years old. And most of promoters, they know me as an actor, so it was easy to bring my another, not image, but another art, part of my art. So this was very fast. And but it was same problem on the beginning when I started to play again. It was really hard. So it was one moment very important that I just tried to sing with instrument, which was then completely like another part of the world, and I was more relaxing, and I just tried to sing and to try to develop some kind my own music by practicing violin. So this was the most important moment in my life. That time it was much stronger tension from artists to the governments and to the whole, you know, the political life. It was really more free power. It was very important to say something by art. I was never as a political artist. I don't use so much this kind of words. I am more emotional and nature. But that moment was something very special, because when I had to go through the kind of rules that I will perform in another country, I just had to play for official people, and they were so surprised what kind of art it is. They didn't understand it at that time. They just say, oh, this is nothing against politics, so it's okay.
So artists were not really free to do...
No, not at all.
Not at all.
But this was what I say, it was really important, because then after Velvet Revolution everything was much easier also for me and for most of artists. Some artists, they lost the power with communism, you know, because they were not fighting against something, and they just stopped to play. So it's many different parts which we can put together. So it's my own language. They say mostly people that it's very original. I'm not thinking about, and I don't have any borders in music. If I have nice opportunity to to work with other musicians, to create some other music with jazz musician, classic music. I was also working with DJs, so I'm open for all, because this is always just one music, but this must be good music, so I hope that. So my development is from the beginning, I'm always going to somewhere, I'm always on the way, I like to be better and better, and that's it.
Now you're living in New York?
I'm quite happy, yeah. You know what happened? There was more very important things. I was too much traveling to US, and also my little place, my little house in the Czech, in south of Moravia. The village was so much expanding, there is no more quiet. And
you've gone to New York.
I just found a very, very quiet place. I'm not in New York City, I'm upstate New York in nature. Around my house it's just forest and horses, farms. Animals are coming to close my house. I'm there with my youngest son who is also playing music. And this is one very important point, there's really quiet and a lot of space you can breathe. And other things, there are a lot of great musicians, which makes me stronger, because it's like if you have good teacher, if you have good school, then you can be much better. So this is like for my another university life. So I just absorb everything what comes from other musicians, and I'm quite lucky. I have very beautiful artists around me. So I'm just happy now. I'm there now more than 1 year. I got working visa through Bank on a Can. I play with them also. And I just feel that sometimes, you know, we can make very big change in life. I was not really planning, I was not really thinking too hard. I just got invitation from Bank on a Can, and then I just was thinking that maybe it would be also nice to bring son to another country. I just took 2 luggages and my violin, and that's it. So, like in New York, you can hear a lot of music, and there in music it's a lot of really New York sound, which is, you are just crossing the street and you are just hearing the sound is everywhere. And this is inspiration for many, many musicians. I'm more like in the forest, I'm singing like bird, and I'm you know, doing this because I'm there. And this is something what, for me, is the basic of how to develop something like traditional or folk or real, because the folk music was born when people were just working and singing themselves, you know. It's there are many artists who say that they are singing folk songs, but it's already transformed to another. And what I really don't like is, like we say, world music. It goes like folk and techno together and electronic and this everything. This kind of a mixture. This is very dangerous, because most of it, I don't like this. I think that this idea to open the borders is it's just okay, but every countries has they, you know, governments and problems and political things. So same story. They spend so much money and so much energy with all this media, newspapers and everything, like the president, Václav Klaus, and everybody. You know, if you watch and read newspaper, everybody has to be on the main page, and they don't think about to be smart. They are thinking only to be like famous big stars, which this is what I'm against completely. But I like very much Barack Obama.